Morning everyone. Okay, so we've just left the little town of Arno Bay and I've just driven in to have a look at Port Stephens. The guy, it's about 35k south, next little town down. They're all quite similar, these little places. Port Stephens is much bigger than Arno Bay. I was going to stay here the night, but I don't know, because like I say, I'm down here to fish. Now apparently this place is outstanding. Oh, sorry again if you're getting this wind. I was about to say it is extremely windy and it's blowing offshore, so it's really choppy and windy and horrible. So I'm not sure if I'm going to spend the night here. Another 35k or so down the road is a place called Tumby Bay, so we might go and have a look at that instead. There's no camping here in Port Stephens. It's caravan park only, as far as I can tell. But there's no one around. Like, I haven't seen anyone. But apparently it's excellent squid fishing off this jetty. Better than Arno Bay apparently. So I don't know. It's very windy and horrible. And I'll give you a look at the jetty. So beautiful place, but yeah, it's just this wind is a bit of a downer. So I might go for a walk out here and have a look anyway. It's a lovely little harbour just over here. Professional fishing. There we go. Alright guys, I've just had a look at the forecast for this. I said this was Port Stephens. It's Port Neal, and I've had a look at the weather, and all day it's going to be like this, howling, and a bit tomorrow, and then by the end of the week, it's Wednesday today, it's going to flick around to the north tomorrow. Changes here all the time, and then between tomorrow and Sunday it's going to drop right back. So I think we're going to just keep driving. We'll go and have a look at Tumby Bay, I think. Righto, so we're heading to Tumby Bay. Just give you a look. It's a beautiful landscape here. All these lovely wheat fields everywhere. I've kind of missed it a bit, but anyway, really nice. Alright, so we just arrived in Tumby Bay. Here's the map. So we're just parked here. There's the jetty, which is out there. That's where we're parked. And there's the jetty right there. So again, it is howling wind, which is a real pain in the freckle. But anyway, we'll just deal with it. So beautiful little town, driving in. So we've got the boat ramp is here. There's an island out offshore up there. Tumby Island. There you go, it says it there. So there's a boat ramp here we can put in. And then it looks like a bit of a, I'm not sure, whatever that is. Then it looks like a creek with mangroves up in here. So that might be worth a look. Nice and sheltered for a fish. We'll go and have a look. If not, you can go out the channel and fish out here. But certainly not in this weather. So here's another little thing on Tumby Bay, or you can launch off the beach by the looks of things. So we just went into Port Neal and we came down and then into Tumby Bay right here. So there's a good look at it. So might be worth seeing what's down the bottom here on this point. Wiseman's Beach. That might be a nice sheltered place to have a fish. We'll go and have a look at that, and then we'll keep coming down later on, and we've got Port Lincoln right down the bottom where we're going to end up, and then we'll end up coming around the bottom and up the west coast. So that's our plan. So we might just go for a bit of a drive around while it's windy. Oh, well, there's all the islands out there. There they all are. So pretty cool. Alright, let's go and have a look. Alrighty guys, so I've driven south out of town. Town's that way. And I've just come to a dead end here. So this place is called Back Beach. So let's go and have a look down here. So this is another little bay that just okay, it's just another little sheltered bay in here. Tide looks to be out. Lots of rock and structure and stuff to fish. Yeah, I'm not sure how we get right out there, if we, or even if we can. Hey, alright. Cool. Alright, so there's town over there. Here's a little mangrove estuary we were looking at the marina there. Righto, so I've sussed out the accommodation in Tumby Bay. There's not a lot. There's nothing left at the caravan park for unpowered, but they do have a powered site. So we're heading out looking for a little campground called Second Creek. It's only very small, but it's a campground. This might be the turn off here, is it? Second Creek, there we go. Alright, so down here, sorry about the camera work. Alright, so we'll go and have a look at this campground. If it's, like I said, it's very small. If it's booked out, we'll go back to the caravan park. I'm gonna have a shower and laundry and all the rest of it. There's another one near here called Redcliffe, but it's booked out because it's school holidays here till the end of the week. Today's Wednesday, so we'll go suss this camp out and go from there. Okay, so we've just got to Second Creek. It's not far at all, and we are the only ones here. Have a look at this gorgeous little spot. You drive down on the beach here, launch the tinny. Anywhere in here, not a problem at all. And then we've got access. Oh God, on a good day we can get out to that island, which is right there. And other than that, we've got a creek. Gee, this sand's soft. I don't know if the truck will get down there. It should. But we'll have a look around. So we've got the creek here, and then that runs into like an estuary up in here. So this looks pretty good. Well worth a look, I reckon. We could even fish just here at high tide. Absolutely, guys. I think this is us for a couple of days. It's only $10 a night, honesty system, so I think we'll park here. Righto, all set up again. And yeah, just gonna, high tide's not till 5:30 tonight, and it's only a fairly small variation too, only about 600. The big high tide's in the morning at about 5:30. So daylight saving time now, so not sure how we'll go with daylight, but hope this wind is still predicted to stay like this for a little while, which is shit. But anyway, it's all good. We can at least at high tide have a fish right here, right out the front of where we're camped, which is right there. So beautiful. And I've paid for my night, so in the honesty box, so we're all good there. And I can also drive down on the beach right here to launch the to to launch the tinny. Not sure how far up the tide comes, but like I say, it's only a small one this evening. Small variation, but yeah, you can drive down the beach very easily here. Nice and hard, there's rock there, so no problem at all getting down there to launch the boat. So there we go, guys. Welcome to Second Creek Campground, just south of Tumby Bay. Very lovely, and we've got it all to ourselves. Beautiful. Hey, morning everybody. Okay, so that was Second Creek Campground, just south of Tumby Bay. We're going to move on. It's very windy again this morning, like howling again. There's no way I'm going to get the tinny in, and the tide's on the way out, so fishing's pretty much had it. So what we're going to do is head down to a place called Louth Bay. They've got a jetty and a campground there. Apparently it's quite sheltered and not too bad. So we'll go and have a look at that and see if we can do a bit of jetty fishing again for squid in this wind. So stay tuned. Next stop is Louth Bay. Alright, so we've just got into Louth Bay. This is a little campground, lovely and sheltered from the wind. As you can see, it's not a huge one, but it's plenty big enough. Facilities here. The jetty's just up over that way. It's probably 200 or 300 metre walk, but that's good. The wind isn't so bad here, so without any further ado, let's set up for squid and see if we can hit the jetty and get some squid. Righto guys, here we are, Louth Bay, out on the jetty. Campground's just over behind there. I'll give you a look around. Lots of structure and rock and stuff here. You can see there. The wind's not too bad, it's breezy, but it's not too bad here. Not bad at all. A couple of guys out there trying for squid. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to put some bait in and see how we go. Hey, morning guys. Alright, so we're up at the crack of dawn. Don't even know what time it is, it's early. We got up for the big tide this morning. We're out on the jetty and got the rod in behind me there, trying to catch some squid in a last ditch effort before we move to down towards Port Lincoln. It is howling wind again from the south, which is directly coming into my face. Yeah, windy as, but anyway, we're out here to give it a go anyway, and then the next few days the wind's supposed to drop right off. So anyway, this is our last ditch to try and catch some calamari in Louth Bay. So we'll give it a crack for a few hours and see how we go. Righto, so here we are at the end of the jetty. Beautiful morning, other than this howling wind. It's coming from the south, which is due that way, but and at least it's not cold. It's chilly and brisk, but it's not cold, so that's good. But anyway, if you see down there, see all those stains? That's all squid ink. So you can tell where the guys have been catching the squid by all the ink on the jetty. So they're catching them right at the end here under the light. So we're in the best, see all the ink there? So we're in the best spot possible place we can be. We're the only fools out here, but hey, you got to be in it to win it. So anyway, that's our little update at beautiful Louth Bay. Alrighty guys, first squid of the morning. He's only a fairly small one, but a good pan size. So excellent. Hey guys, squid number 2. Beautiful, going alright this morning. Alrighty guys, successful morning down on the jetty this morning. Got 3 squid in about an hour and a half, so that's good. Conditions were a bit blowy, but we're all good. So I'm going to chop these up and give them another quick clean. And then I'm going to vacuum seal them and put them in the freezer. Alrighty, so there we have it, our nice little stint in Louth Bay. Nice little overnighter. Got 3 squid this morning in howling wind off the jetty, but that's good. 3 nice meals. That's all been cleaned, vacuum sealed and put in the freezer. So we got 3 nice meals. I'll get some salad along the way, so about an hour and a half's work for 3 dinners, so not too bad at all. So we're all packed up here, ready to go. Just going to finish the coffee, then we're going to head down and have a look at Port Lincoln. Alrighty, so we've just arrived. It was only 20k down the road to the gorgeous Port Lincoln. So I've just pulled up here along the esplanade. So look at this lovely green grass, beautiful foreshore, playground, barbecue area there, big jetty, which is common in every town I've found down along the peninsula on the east coast. All got jetties. So this is the big bay out here. There's some sort of loading facility over there, maybe for wheat. There's a lot of wheat here, Viterra, whatever that is. So this is the gorgeous bay. So I'm just going to head down to the street over here, because there's an information centre which I want to go in and ask some questions, and there's also a fishing tackle store, so we'll get some fishing advice there as well. And I want to get some camping advice because I really want to put that tinny in, and the winds are dropping over the next few days, especially on Sunday. Today's Wednesday. I made a mistake in the previous video, it was only Tuesday, not Wednesday. Anyway, so let's go get some information. Beautiful Port Lincoln, and I've only just scratched the surface. It's a huge place. Alright, so I've splurged a bit. We've just come to the Port Lincoln Tourist Park. So look where we are, that's our site there. Unpowered. And we'll go and have a little walk. Down here and have a look. So we've got the obligatory jetty right there, and then we've got another rock wall looking thing here, and then oops, down through there we've got a boat ramp. So we've got it all here, but again probably too windy to get the boat in. Very choppy out there, wind's still blowing. Chill out here, have a bit of a fish. I'm desperate need for a shower, so I'll be hitting the facilities very soon, and we can have a bit of a fish here. Alright, I'll have to narrate again because I can hear that thunder out there. I'm talking from out on that point where the storm is, south of Ceduna, but I'm just saying I'm going over there. That's all the national park over the other side there, where that little mountain is. So I've been to the fishing tackle store and we're good to go around there. Righto, so I've just had a shower and I feel fantastic, red hot and heaps of pressure, so brilliant. So I might as well give you a little bit of a look how I set up. So I travel with the TV just strapped down to a spare cushion. It just slots up in there. So to lift the roof up, okay, all we do is we go in under here. We've got our little control panel there, I just hit the up arrow and the number 1, and up she goes. So there it goes. Doesn't take long to lift up. So while that's happening, I usually go through and open the windows just to, because I love to let some breeze through. So we just crack the window open, and then I'll put the fly screen back up. Easy. Same again on this side, and I'll show you our view in a minute, which is fabulous. So there you go, and there's our view out the window of the magnificent bay here at Port Lincoln. And do a bit of fishing later there. Righto, so as you can see, roof slowly going up, only takes about a minute. And that's it guys, we are set up, ready to roll. Righto, feel $1,000,000 after that shower. I've just lifted the top. I'm sitting up on the bed here, my fat belly. So I'll just give you a look. It doubles the space once you lift the roof up. So got ensuite, day lounge, storage, fridge, kitchen, storage, little sitting area, table up and down, TV. So there we have it guys. That's the camper, and it looks much bigger from up here. It actually looks really big. Once you get that top up, makes all the difference. So there you have it. Righto, so while we're chilling out, I'll show you what I mean by the tide variations. So you can see how it comes down here, and then it comes, that's the low, then it comes up that little hump, that's the high, and then down to the low, and then up to the high again. So look at this poxy little variation here. So if you come down here, the high at 5:25 AM, then the next low at 12:28 is 0.7 of a metre. Then the next high at 2:47 is 0.78 of a metre. So from the low to the high is 80 mil, which is nothing. That's no movement at all. Ridiculous. And then the high at 9:47 comes, the low at 9:47 comes down to 0.4. And then tomorrow morning, Friday morning, at 5:49, it's back up to 1.3. And then down to 0.41, back up to 1.13, and down to 0.36. So you can see today's really crappy for the tides, but tomorrow they start sort of getting back to decent variations. So I don't know how we'll fish tonight, but it doesn't matter. And then tomorrow at the National Park and through to Sunday, we're going to have pristine conditions. So it's going to be awesome. So the other thing I'll show you too is if you change this to wind, okay, it'll give us our wind. So that's our 5-day forecast. Let's go back to 3-day. Righto, so you can see all this mess down here in the blue heading straight up, so it's blowing from the south, and it's right up 30 kilometers an hour. There you go, 31 kilometers an hour at 3:30, which is a couple of hours from now. So it's still going to be blowing, and it's not going to drop off until 5:30 on Friday, 5:30 AM on Friday down here where it's at the bottom. Then over to Sunday you can see it drops right off down to nothing. So that's what we want. A little bit of breeze, but not too much. And it'll be coming from the northeast. So that's where we've got to pick our spot, so we're sheltered from the wind. So it's all these little things we've got to keep an eye on to keep our camping fairly comfortable. Sometimes it's not avoidable, but we just try and do our best to get the best conditions possible. So yeah, still blowing here where we are now. Righto, just got some bangers on for lunch, and then we're just going to have a bit of a chill out. Might do a bit of binging on Prison Break. I'm right into that at the moment. And then later, once we've had a bit of a chill out, we'll go down and fish the 80mm tide. So we're just walking along this coastal path from the caravan park, and it's quite lovely, but now and again we'll come into one of these openings and there's a stiff breeze coming in here. It's not cold, but it's, you know, a little bit chilly, but certainly not cold. And yeah, it's blowing straight on here. And then as soon as you get in here to this little path, these trees are giving off so much warmth, it's unbelievable. It's like walking through a little, I don't know, heated room. And then you'll come up to here again and get the breeze again. And then into the warmth again. It's really cool. Hey, morning everybody. Okay, so we got up very early this morning, before dawn. I went for a fish down there, but there's nothing. So I'm just waiting now, going to grab another coffee and just wait for the supermarket to open. We'll stop in town at Port Lincoln, grab some supplies, and then we're going to head over there to the national park and find a campground there and try and get out of this wind. I'm pretty convinced that to catch the whiting, which I want to target, we've got to get offshore. So I think best spot is over in that national park, 'cause there's so many different little sheltered bays that point all different directions. So the wind is what stopped us from getting the boat out properly. But like I've said before, it's going to improve, the wind. So let's get over into the national park and find a good campground and hopefully target some famous South Australian whiting. Alrighty guys, so we're in the national park. I've driven right up to the tip, following the advice of the guys in the fish shops, and yeah, they're giving me a bit of a bum steer because there's lovely campgrounds along here, but there's nowhere to launch the tinny off the beach. It's all rocks and cliffs, so I'm a bit disappointed, even though it's lovely and pretty in here. Yeah, there's just nowhere to launch a tinny, which is the name of the game. So we're going to have to go out and find another spot. So as you can see, it's gorgeous, but we just can't get to the beach. Right guys, so we've come into the national park from here, Port Lincoln, and then down in here. I was told that this was a good campground. You can launch your boat there off the beach. Wrong, it's just rocks and cliffs. Same with up here, Fisherman's Point, same deal. No way at all to launch a tinny there. I went and had a look at this beach here. No way to get to the beach there. So all the bitumen stops here, and then from there it's a bloody goat track all the way in through here, as you'd expect. And so then I've seen that Taylor's Landing has a boat ramp, so I thought I'll come to this track here. This is bitumen to there, and this is an absolute goat track through here, 7 kilometers. And I've got to here, and I've driven down to the boat ramp, but you can't camp here. So there's the boat ramp, and there is absolutely no way to turn around down here at all. So I'm going to have to reverse all the way out, which is a pain in the ass, right out there. And it's pretty exposed and rough here as well. So anyway, I've been up for a drive up through here, and it's pretty in here. You know, but yeah, this national park's turned out to be a bit of a fizzer for what I want to do. So I think we're just going to head back over this stinking track here. There's no other way out. And I think we'll just get the hell out of this national park and head out to Coffin Bay. I reckon we might move on to Coffin Bay, which is here. And there's a lot more options. So we're over here. We're going to come out here. And I think we'll come up in here today. Maybe. We'll just have a think about it. But that's probably the deal. It's not far away. But yeah, this national park is not good for what I want to do with the tinny. So we'll go try in here. And try some oysters. Righto guys, I've decided to, I found a little spot here called Horse Rock East. Now, this is what the shore's been like all the way along, if not cliffs. But I found a little spot here, sorry about the wind, where I can put the boat in here. So I've put the tinny there, tide's going out, but the wind has changed on us again. It's coming directly behind me, so it's going that way now. So it's going west, coming from the east. It was coming across that way, from the south to the north. And with all that to protect us. But now it's changed, so now it's blowing again on the water. So we can't win a friggin' trick with this wind. But maybe, I don't know, we'll just see what the tides are doing and the wind. If we go up around that corner, we might be alright. But anyway, it's somewhere to stop and camp. It's lovely, it's picturesque. Have a look. But yeah, it's just this bloody wind we've got to try and avoid. So anyway, we'll spend the night here. We'll see if we can do any fishing. And if not, well, definitely tomorrow we're off to Coffin Bay. Alright, quick update. I took the tinny for a strap out there. I didn't get far. It's way too rough, and I had a few how you going moments and whatever. So I've given up on that idea with the tinny. And the flies out there are just horrendous. I threw in just off the beach, just out there. The tide's going out, and then the other high is not here until like 5:30 in the morning. So it's just a long time between the high and the low. So there's no high tide tonight. But anyway, that's the deal. It's just not favourable for what I want to do out there. So a bit disappointing. But anyway, that's life. So at least we're in a nice spot. So we'll just chill out, have some lunch, I guess, and then watch the weather and see what's going on. Hey guys, I just wanted to show you something. It's about 9 o'clock at night. There's the tinny. When I put it in the water, it was up to here. And now it's right out there. Here. But I just want to show you, I'm just whispering. I just want to show you how quiet it is. It's so calm now and quiet. Without the wind, there's no wind. There's the lights of Port Augusta. Port Augusta. Port Lincoln over there. Well, some of them anyway. But yeah, it's just super calm. There's a truck up there, just there. So yeah, I just want to show. You that. I walk up these rocks here. And then just up here. There we are. Back at camp. Hey guys, righto, we've packed up. I got up this morning and it's howling wind again. So we're just getting out of this windy prick of a joint. I'm over it, to be honest. So we'll head to Coffin Bay and we'll see what's going on there.